familiar scene for this car, and the last time I'm doing this, so whoever wants it, come get it. Okay, so it's been a while since we've talked about the Audi. And so I've been recording videos and getting stuff going, and it's been such a roller coaster, I didn't quite know where to start with this. So I just put together the clips that show where we were, where we are, and how we ended, because it's sad and it's so awkward for me to watch it because I had so much zeal and thinking I was gonna be able to get through with this car, and only to find out I didn't have much time left. All right, a little Audi content because it's still running. I'm gonna keep driving it till it busts, so we're gonna do an oil change. It's been about a year since I've had the car, and of all the stuff that's happened, let's see if we see some metal flakes and stuff like that. So we're back at my favorite spot, Bimmer's Rust Curated, and I'm about to go pull up on this lift, and we're gonna get a real quick oil change done. All right, so this is the normal oil change. You guys have probably all seen this on a million different cars, but why not document another? So S4, broken, prize. You guys all know the stuff about this car. I'm driving it right now until it really breaks, which I don't know how many really this is gonna take, but it drives fine. It makes a little clicky clackety noise. Yes, there's some valve damage, but yeah, I mean, the price to fix it as it is right now is not much different than swapping the whole engine out for a used one and going on with it. So why not keep going until I absolutely have to and go from there? So might be some bad logic to some of y'all or whatever, but I don't see any issues with this, so let me know what you guys think. But anyways, I digress. Changing the oil. So let's go and see what we got here. So I went ahead and went to, I think this package came from, this one came from FCP Euro. So this is their oil change kit. And I'll flip the camera over here real quick. So from FCP Euro, and you got your oil filter, new drain plug with a fresh washer on there. Got my glove, and I'm not sure what this goes to. There might be some random stuff in here because as I've been buying stuff, I've been just throwing parts in there. And of course we have all of our oil, which is some liquid moly 5W40. So this should be easy, shouldn't be anything unexpected. I say that, I do expect to see some sparkles since there was some sort of damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see some glitter, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So hang on as we have some fun. And we go up. It is really that slow. All right, so we're up in the air. Time to start removing the things in the way, which is mainly just a belly pan, and we can get started with draining the oil. So this Audi's is old, and there's been a lot of times it's been taken apart. So really, the only thing left holding this up here is just this one flathead screw, and then a few screws along here, and that takes the belly pan off on this particular Audi. But most of them I think have more, but I guess through time and attrition we've lost some screws and mounts along the way, so it is what it is. All right, so here we are. It's the oil pan. It's moist. I'm sure this probably needs a new oil pan gasket, but that's neither near or there today. As it stands, I'm just here to change the oil, and we'll just go from there. But here it is. There's the oil filter, which we're changing, obviously, and the pan. So let's do it. All right, we got the little oil waste catcher ready. Just got to remove, looks like removing that nut, then the filter there. And that should be all it takes on this car. So let's get the right tool and we'll get that get this started. And here we go. Got the bolt loose, and it's dirty, that's for sure. still going there. I'm not seeing too much shiny here, and of course, not much light here, but it doesn't seem to be glittery. And the glitter you might see in here, I don't believe came from here. Came from this car, so all right. Almost done draining, and now we'll pull the oil filter next and then start and going back in reverse order. All right, after some help from my buddies at Bimmer's Curated, Jack and Rob, we finally got this filter off. Sorry I didn't film that part because it legitimately was some ridiculous brute force to get this off. So whoever did the last oil service in this car, I think he went a little extra on putting the filter on, but we're still draining, and there's the old guy, and we'll be reassembling here, and everything looks cool so far. All right, we got the new filter here, so we gotta do a little prep. First, get a little oil around the seal here, and then pour some oil in, and then reinstall. All right, yeah, get the seal nice and lubed up. Put a little oil in there and get the process going here, yo. Now, some of y'all might be watching this and wondering, with this broken car, why are you still working on it? Well, it's not all the way broken, and might as well keep up on the maintenance while we're driving this way. Why accelerate it? Accelerate the brokenness with stuff that you can easily do. So that's why I'm doing it. So we're just gonna pour a little bit of oil in there. Kind of get this going a little bit, and now we're ready. The same thing goes for the new drain plug. We'll get this a little lubricated and start the process. I keep saying start the process, continue the process, whatever, you guys get it. All right, let's get this bad boy back going. A little slippery because I got this all lubed up. And we'll clean this off a little bit later here, a little brake clean to get this all situated and cleaned up before putting the belly pan back on. So I got that as finger tight as I can. I'll go get some tools, actually tighten this down. All right, fresh filter in there. Got it tight. And of course, some of the dripping is from the oil that I pre-filled the filter with. So let's just get that wiped down. And now we should be prepared to move this contraption out of the way because I don't think we have any more drips. And now putting the belly pan back on. As I said, it's pretty banged up. So let's get these screws back in place. I already got 2 or 3 of them in. I got 1 more to go of the ones I have. I guess one day, if I really wanted to, I could go buy a set of screws. So this is probably bolted in, but this seems to keep it in place. Again, this car, because of its current condition, I kind of deal with it in good enough status. And now for the easy part, guys. So this really is not a hard job on this car. Lots of other stuff are. Oil change, pretty simple. So again, cap off, and let's refill with many quarts of this 5 to 40 liquid moly. All right, peeps, so remembering that this car is broken, it will have a Christmas tree, but let's start it up and see how we did. All the lights. Now, 3 of these lights are due to a broken clock spring, and then the check engine, of course, is because of a random misfire. So it's not catalytic converter damaging misfire, but every now and then there's a doo-doo-doo type sound, which is from the intake valves that are bent on the 6-cylinder. But feels normal. So I think well, we're done here, and let's get back to buttoning up the engine. All right, y'all. So after the catastrophic events of December of 22, I never ever did finish buttoning this up. So In a previous video, it was shared that I took this car over to Ecotech and they kind of punted on doing the work. Well, I shouldn't say punted. The price they gave me is we don't want to do it price, which I don't blame them. So what we're going to do here, though, is put all the missing pieces back on here and have this thing put back together as if nothing's wrong with it. And I'm going to keep driving it. So here goes. All right, snorkel back in place. The best part, funny as it is, I could not find this for the last month. I actually intended on putting this engine back together a while ago, and I could not find this piece. And miraculously, it showed up in the trunk, almost to the point where I feel like I was getting punked, but black trunk, black part. Maybe I missed it. I swear I looked in there, but it was there. All right, so I've had this car apart for so long, putting these beauty pieces back where they belong, it's actually like a puzzle. So I'm here trying to go back and forth. I'm actually ending up having to, all right, it's back together. Now, these two, okay, I saw a lot of folks with their Audis actually put these on. Apparently this piece right here, nobody has this one. And so there are two particular clips how they line up. And I got this thing in there. It's secure enough. This is back in there. I do need to find a replacement screw here. This one broke off here, so I'll have to get that replaced. But outside of that, this is a stock-ish engine bay. So this is a non-molested S4 with head damage. It's so weird. It drives great. So again, car is listed for sale. The right price comes along, I'll let it go. But if not, I'm just gonna keep riding it, and if this engine dies, then we'll address that later and probably just do a swap and put another one in here. And I'm still thinking like maybe I can go the route of the modded guys and do the whole KO4 swaps and some other stuff, but that's not today. I just wanna get this thing back together and stable enough that I can move it, and let's do some other projects. All right, so we're done. Again, can't say enough how much it is important to have friends who let you use their lifts, like my friends at Bimmers are us curated. So we're done, and I'm gonna go in here and make sure I clean up any oil spills and stuff like that and get their space back in order, because I'm appreciative of the opportunity to use the space, and I don't wanna be that person that came in and made a mess and didn't clean up. So as you can see here, I got a little bit of a puddle right here, so let me get this cleaned up and we'll be done. All right, so we're gonna continue today. So oil change is done, kind of doing a little shakedown on the car. So Audi is driving just fine. Again, damaged head, but still driving, pulling great. So we're on our way actually right now to, coincidentally, Ecotech, because they're having a little social for their rally events that are gonna be going on around here. So we're gonna go check it out and see what's happening. Ironically, my according to Clarkson from Top Gear, one of the perfect rally cars, although this is not the V8 version, this is the twin turbo V6, but he said it, and they proved on the last, I shouldn't say Top Gear, the Grand Tour, their Scandi Flick, I think it was. Of course, I've taken you guys on this journey before, but it's kind of pretty here as we get on the pre-spring area with a nice blue sky. It's just, you know, one of the prettier parts of driving here in this part of St. Louis, which is the Webster Grove / Crestwood area. So anyways, we're almost there, and we're just kind of cruising along, and we'll see what we get to see when we get there. It looks like there should be some food and some rally cars and some simulators and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'll have the gumption to go in there and be like, hey, I brought the ultimate rally car. But I am bringing the ultimate rally car, according to Jeremy Clarkson. All right, we're here. Of course, champion rally car here with other rally cars. Real ones, actually. I'll stop being silly, but here we are. A lot of fantastic vehicles here for the real deal rallying. Old F-body Camaro that I never would assume would be a rally car, but here it is. Just got folks everywhere. So at this point of the clip, or what I'm sharing here, listen carefully as I'm driving behind my buddy Greg. He's in his 2002, which I have another video coming out of that car. But if you watch it and listen carefully, you might have to turn up your volume. You can hear when the Audi engine lets go, and that roll into the parking lot was the last of me ever driving that car. Familiar scene for this car, and the last time I'm doing this, so whoever wants it, come get it. I'm dead serious. Whatever offer, I'm good. Well guys, today's the day. I'm not too happy about this, but I did find a new owner for this Audi who will be able to fix it and do hopefully great things with it. I appreciate the rarity of the car and everything about it, and I actually wish this could have gone a different way, but I don't have the space really, or maybe even the skills necessarily to do an engine swap on my own. And quite frankly, the prices I was quoted to do the work was going to be a bit much, considering it'd be just a stock Audi when it was all said and done. So little sad, because there aren't many I legitimately search Auto Tempest, and there are no B5 S4 6-speed manuals really available for sale, so it's not like I can go out and go get another one. But it is what it is, so on to better things, and when the tow truck gets here, I'll film that and we'll say bye. And there it is. It's Chariot to wherever it's going. So we say goodbye. I'm going to get my screwdriver to get my license plate off the back and that little Haggerty frame, and say goodbye to the S4. It was fun. Alright, so I hand the title off to the tow truck driver. Took my plate off. Well, it was fun. It was real. It was a roller coaster. And I feel like a failure though, for real though, because I know I could have fixed it, but for our married folks out there, you know, you got to get buy-in, and I never achieved that. I wasn't a good enough salesperson of my spouse as to why it was worth the investment to continue to fix this quote-unquote free car. Crazy. The way it's going out, the way it came.